Chosen ones, we meet again because heaven prepared one more revealing moment in your life. And once more, you didn't refuse heaven's call. Each day you get closer to heaven, and whoever is at this level never walks alone. Today, Holy Spirit came to tell you something urgent, something changing your spiritual season, your positioning, your walk. Door was opened, and it's not just any door. It's not shortcut. It's not emergency exit. It's sacred entrance. It's beginning of time no one can interrupt anymore. Today, your day started different from any other. Today, heaven did something for you without asking anyone's opinion. That didn't depend on human influences, that doesn't open with improvised, desperate prayer, nor with faith action motivated by desperation. It was heaven who wanted. And when heaven wants, not even entire hell can hold. This door was released, and name on it has very beautiful story. It's your name, chosen one. No one else touches, no one else steps, no one else enters. It recognizes your spiritual fingerprint and only opens for you. It's not noisy. It wasn't announced with trumpets. But since it opened, everything started changing. There are movements happening in silence. True doors don't crack. They displace atmospheres. And that's why you felt something different in recent days. You can't explain, but you know something moved in your favor. This feeling of relief, this certainty without logic, this strange peace that invaded you even in middle of chaos. It's heaven signaling. Door opened. There's something needing to be said here with all clarity. This door was guarded at most secret level of divine plan. God didn't allow anyone to see it before, not envious ones rooting against, not well-meaning ones doubting, not even you, because it's not accessed by effort, but by right time, by discreet faithfulness, by honor maintained even in silence. And if you're here now, hearing this, it's because time arrived. Key turned, and door flung open to receive you like waiting for air for generations. You who already knocked on so many doors and they didn't open. Heaven brought you here to say, right door doesn't open with insistence, it opens with promise. And promise was fulfilled. While you cried prayers no one heard, heaven wrote decree. While you felt lost, angels mounted guard around what already had your name. And now time arrived to fulfill what was signed in eternity. That opportunity that seemed impossible, that path that seemed blocked, that which was supposed to be yours and always slipped from hands at last second. All this now is inside door, and there's more. There are things inside you didn't even know existed, resources you never imagined, connections that seem impossible, provisions defying all logic. Because this door wasn't opened by human hands, it was broken through by God Himself. He didn't ask systems permission, didn't consult those thinking they had authority over your life, simply decreed, this door is His, and no one reverses divine decree. Word in Revelation 3:8 already prophesied this about you. See, I have set before you an open door, and no one can shut it. NKJV. And today, this promise materializes. This door isn't just of opportunity, it's destiny door, repositioning door, spiritual authority door. And whoever tries to close will be run over by God's own plan, because when heaven signs, there's no power on earth nor under it capable of scratching out. If you're hearing this, it's because heaven already released. It's not will release, already released. And from today, this door will no longer be just promise. It'll be your new landscape. You'll walk inside what before you could only imagine from afar. You'll live what before you only dared dream in silence. You'll touch what before was forbidden. You'll occupy what before was denied. And pay attention, because whoever enters through celestial door never again asks permission to occupy place. Whoever enters through this door enters to govern. You won't sit in last chair anymore, won't wait for leftovers anymore, won't accept crumbs anymore while others eat plenty, because now you know this table was set for you, this territory was conquered with your name. This throne has your spiritual signature, and no one sits where heaven placed you standing. Before we continue, I need to ask you something, and it's not just it's because there's difference between those hearing and those really receiving. If this message is moving you, if something inside is recognizing this didn't arrive here for nothing, then listen to what I'll tell you now with all sincerity. Heaven brought you here, and when this happens, it's not casual. There's code in this word. There's answer for thing you were seeking without even knowing well what. I know your walk was slow. I know you waited longer than you thought you could endure. I know there was night you thought about dropping everything, about stopping believing, about accepting maybe it wasn't for you. But you're here, didn't give up. And now heaven will show you why each tear was worth, each dawn without answer was worth, each closed door was worth. Because this one opening now is right one. So I ask you something. Help this word reach other hearts needing to hear this today. Leave your like now. Share with someone your heart is asking to reach. It's not just a help video, it's alliance. It's you saying to heaven, I received, and I want others to receive too. Because whoever spreads light attracts more light. Whoever honors message is honored by it. And you have no idea how many lives can change because you decided not to keep this just for yourself. So go, do your part. Heaven already did its. This door wasn't in any place they showed you. Didn't appear on maps others drew for your life. Wasn't in predictions of those thinking they knew you well. It was secret, hidden, far from world's noise, far from judging eyes, distant from opinions of those never understanding your calling. Door only heaven had key to, and more, door only heaven knew existed. You didn't even imagine, because God guarded so well, with so much care, that not even your boldest dreams reached this possibility. But it was always there, waiting, with your name written, hidden in folds of your story, kept in silence of prayers you made when no one was around, sealed in tears that fell without witness. And then moment arrived, exact second. Time that was marked since, always, and heaven decided it's now. You know why? Because there's door that only opens when heart reaches right place. God waited for you to mature, not in age, but in soul. Waited for you to stop looking sideways, wanting what's others. Waited for your mouth to stop asking just for relief and start crying for real purpose. Waited for you to stop trying to please everyone and start seeking to please only heaven. This door doesn't recognize appearance, doesn't read resume, doesn't measure success in numbers. It recognizes essence, what you carry inside, your integrity. It doesn't move when you push, it moves when you align. And finally, you aligned. Without realizing, without forcing, without pretending to be who you're not, you reached password. Not because you memorized verses, not because you did everything right, but because you remained faithful even when nothing made sense. And faithfulness in darkness is only language heaven truly understands. What God set apart for you has no copy. No equal version exists, no other model. This door is only yours. Like vault only recognizing your mark, like inheritance written with invisible ink that only appears when right light hits. And light hit. Moment arrived. Password was entered. And now you have access to what was always yours. That's why so much blocked before. Because there was door that seemed good, seemed answer, seemed path, but wasn't yours. And God closed. Closed with force. Even with you crying. Even with you begging. Even with everyone saying, go, try again, don't give up. And it was protection. Was love disguised as no? Because if you'd entered through those doors, you'd have been trapped in places too small for size of what heaven prepared. You'd have settled in territories not carrying your true identity. But today heaven brought you here to tell you something that'll change how you walk from here on. Right door always existed, was always there. You didn't waste time, didn't delay, didn't miss path. You just needed to reach exact point where your essence met its essence, and you arrived. Revelation 3:20 says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me." NKJV. But pay attention to what's happening now, chosen one. Today it wasn't you who opened. Today heaven took lead. It was God who moved first. He didn't wait for you to ask one more time. Didn't wait for you to prove again you deserved. He simply looked, saw it was time, recognized your heart, and opened. You'll notice in coming days, you'll feel things moving without you running after. Conversations appearing out of nowhere, opportunities knocking at your door without you forcing anything, resources arriving when you weren't even expecting. And when someone asks how you got it, how this happened, you'll smile. You'll answer calmly, "It was door heaven kept just for me." It recognizes my story, knows my essence, knows my surrender, and when time came, simply opened. Door made by people asks for resume. Door opened by heaven recognizes purpose, and yours opened. This door doesn't depend on who you know, doesn't need referral, much less can be closed by those who don't like you. This door has heaven's signature, and when God signs something with own hands, there's no human force, envy disguised as care, nor dirty spiritual shadow capable of cancelling. This door was opened at levels so high even hell had to retreat, had to accept, had to watch silent. You know that fear returning every early morning? That poisonous thought saying everything can still crumble? That voice in head repeating, "You don't deserve," that you're not ready, that you'll lose again. While you receive this word, let it touch deep, because this ended. When God opens door, He doesn't just release path, He protects territory. Entrance isn't just opened, it's watched. Guarded by forces you don't see, but are there. You're not stepping on common ground, you're stepping on sealed promise. And sealed promise doesn't undo. It's born. It grows, even when attacked, and there'll be people watching, people who laughed at your waiting time, who mocked your faith when it seemed naivety, who doubted your integrity when everyone around was playing dirty. These people now will see, with own eyes, will witness what they tried to discredit. Whoever tried to close paths will be forced to see you entering through doors they said you'd never reach. What seemed too far, now is in your hand. What they always postponed, always denied, now is yours. And don't worry about explaining. Don't waste energy trying to justify how you got here. Door heaven opened has eternal security. No one touches, no one invades, no one reverses. And what's yours? Engrave this in soul. What's yours won't be stolen, won't be exchanged, won't be held. This is most beautiful part of God's favor. He doesn't need to ask anyone's permission to honor you, doesn't wait for world to validate you to start plan, doesn't consult those jealous of you, those who diminished you, those who rooted against. He simply acts. And when he acts, entire world has to adjust. So listen well. Moment this door opened, everything started aligning. May not be visible yet to your eyes, but in spiritual world, movement already began. There's answer coming in your direction. There's invitation being prepared with your name. There are things being transferred from places you didn't even know existed. And there are eyes being opened, even those who ignored you, who pretended you didn't exist. Because God's plan doesn't explain itself, it happens. And when it happens, even those who doubted have to recognize there's something greater moving this life. And if they try to close this door, they'll tire, they'll waste energy, they'll get frustrated, because what God opened has no lock on outside. Only He controls, only He moves, only He authorizes, and no one, no matter how strong they think they are, no matter how influential, no one can lock. There's no spiritual tool capable of sealing what heaven already declared open. There's no human system with power to block what was set apart for you. There's no opposing force with divine permission to stop what already began. So walk calm. Pray with gratitude, not with desperation. Work with peace, not with anxiety. And stop looking sideways expecting sabotage. Enough. What's yours is kept, and whoever dares touch will be blocked by heaven's own move. You didn't enter through this door alone. You were led, you were chosen, you were prepared without even realizing. And now, everything on other side already started appearing in your life. This new phase isn't fragile, isn't passing, isn't test. It's sealed, stamped, signed. And no one indeed in any dimension has authorization to close. Door opened, you already entered. Now, just walk. Chosen one, you're no longer outside. You're not waiting to be called. You're not measuring if time arrived or not. Heaven already decided for you. And this door didn't take you to passing relief, nor to beautiful moments soon ending. It took you to place. Place with name, with purpose, with eternal weight. Place where your voice is heard even before pain screams, where what you planted is recognized even before harvest appears. This place is what many call miracle, but for you now, it's home. While you receive this word, let it descend deep, because waiting time ended, and this changes everything, changes how you pray, because whoever lives in promise doesn't beg for leftovers. Changes how you believe, because now you don't have faith just to escape fire, but to remain in blessing. Changes heaven's rhythm around you, because heavens recognize those crossing door with integrity. You didn't get here inventing shortcut, didn't arrive doing spiritual theater. You arrived because you endured silence time without losing posture, because you didn't negotiate your principles while many sold themselves for cheap applause. You arrived because heaven accompanied you in pains backstage when no one saw, and now he positioned you on promise's stage. But listen to something carefully. This place will demand adjustments from you. Heart accustomed to survival will want to return to begging, will try to sabotage itself before abundance, will find strange when plenty appears. But don't be startled by this. It's just your spirit learning you're no longer servant asking favor, your child receiving inheritance. It's just your soul reorganizing to inhabit place where before only entered in desperate prayer. Now you're where you always prayed to be, and you'll need to behave as someone planted, not as someone just visiting. Don't reject table just because it seems too big. Don't stand like someone leaving any moment. This table is yours. This chair has your name. This season was designed for you. When God opens door, he doesn't throw you loose in field. He leads you inside, sits with you, breaks bread, cleans journey's dust, and says, looking in your eyes, this place is yours. And as much as your mind tries to understand everything happening, know one thing: heaven is in hurry. Hurry to see you enjoying what's yours. Hurry to see you blessing others from this new position. Hurry to see you mature, firm, with deep roots and fruits showing. You're not here as guest spending night. You were established. You now live in this territory of grace. So believe, receive, assume, because whoever lives this word will understand when God opens door, he doesn't just change path, he inaugurates time. Time where supernatural stops being exception and becomes routine. Where provision doesn't come now and then, but is continuous. Where favor has no expiration date. Where you don't need to explain yourself to anyone, just remain where heaven placed you. This is place where your faithfulness found answer, where your renunciation became inheritance, where your tear became baptism of restart. And now, everything changes because heaven didn't deliver you just chance. He delivered you place. And place has address, has foundation, has permanence. If you got here, it's because you accepted, in most intimate of your spirit, this door heaven opened was for you. It's not by chance you're hearing this now. It's because your soul responded to calling even before fully understanding. This word you received isn't for those watching from curiosity. It's for those believing new week already starts with heaven acting in your favor. It's for you desiring better days, peace inside home, provision where today there's only lack, Reconciliation, where there's distance and hurt. Maybe you're alone. Maybe you lost people you loved. Maybe children aren't close anymore. Maybe loneliness surrounded you like never before. But still, you didn't give up on faith, didn't throw in towel, didn't turn back on heaven. And just for that, heaven is preparing something no human abandonment can stop, no rejection can cancel, no loneliness can steal. And for you who have family, who pray for children, who carry responsibility of keeping home standing, even when everything seems to collapse, listen well, this door is also yours. No one will close, no one will steal. God reserved this new time especially for you. And everything you protected in prayer, everything you held with faith when you could have dropped, now will be honored. In coming days you'll notice things changing without you forcing, important conversations happening, opportunities appearing, doors that were stuck suddenly moving. And when this starts, and it will start, don't forget who you are. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget who brought you here. Because greatest trap isn't closed door. It's open door, making you forget God. It's blessing distracting you from source. It's new position, making you lose posture. So, when things start aligning, when provision comes, when answers appear, remember, it was door heaven opened. Remember you didn't get here alone. Remember there's God who saw you in darkness and decided to place you in light. And from now on, you no longer walk as someone seeking. You walk as someone who already found. You no longer pray as someone begging. Pray as someone already heard. You no longer wait outside. You already entered, door opened, and it won't close. Because what God opens remains open, and what He delivers, no one takes. This is your new reality. Receive, believe, and prepare your heart. Because coming days will show you this word wasn't inspiration, it was prophecy. And prophecy doesn't fail, it fulfills.